Welcome back to TYRO TV. I'm Ron Tijerina.
And I'm Cathy Tijerina. And today we're talking about how to rebuild trust.
You know, trust is hard to rebuild. And then we're going to just keep it really up front. When you lose trust in somebody or somebody lose trust in you, do they even want to give you a chance to rebuild it? You know, when we talk about what is it, trust is safety. Trust is where people can let their hair down around you. You know, when you think about that, the other issues in our life, what is trust? What is it that we're talking about here? Is what you're saying, can they take you at your word? Or do you always do what you say you're going to do? Or are you late when you say you're going to be somewhere at a certain time? Or are you not where you say you're going to be, right? There's all types of things that happen in our lives that can create this sense of, I don't trust you.
And so when we think about rebuilding trust and we think about the importance of rebuilding trust, if you want to have a really strong influence in your children's life, I don't mean just like you're going to have an accidental influence, because you're going to have an influence in their lives regardless. But if you want to be purposeful about it, you want to see them live up to their highest potential, you've got to earn their trust. And then after you earn their trust, you will have their respect. It doesn't work the other way. They will never respect you if they cannot trust you. And
that's key. In our culture in Hispanic, it's always respect before trust, respect before love. You will honor, you will respect me no matter what. Well, you know what? That type of thinking
is actually fear.
That's that dictatorship, that type of demanding, and Cathy said it, it's fear. You're creating fear and you're stopping your children from growing emotionally healthy.
Right. And you're stopping that bond that can occur between you and your children, even though you're still in prison. Now, how do you rebuild trust? You know what? I know in the past that you couldn't take me at my word, but so I understand why you're asking all these questions.
I understand that I have a history of lying to you about where I've been. I know I have a history of telling you something that was not true.
So I'm willing to walk this out with you so that we can heal.
But the point is this. Listen, fellas. You right now, your word is doo-doo. Right now, your word is doo-doo. And if you can own that and you can embrace the challenge, practice makes what, Tyros? Permanent. You got to practice this over and over again until eventually, as Cathy said, your lady is not going to be asking you why. She can take you at your word. That means trust is being built. Society, you're not going to have to check in no more. Why? The parole officer is taking you at your word. Man, your parents are going to be able to loan you money next time because now they can take you at your word that you're going to pay them back.
But how did you get there? You're going to earn it. You're going to earn it a teaspoon at a time. And so that's why those tips that we gave you on how to do it are so important. Don't be defensive. Number one. You're gonna feel she's gonna not trust you, or he's not gonna trust you. Number two, self-regulate. Even though it might be painful, it might be hard to hear as your family shares with you their struggles and their mind battles, self-regulate. Number three, keep your promises. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. And number four, no more excuses. And we're not saying perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect, but we're saying practice is going to make permanent. Practice owning your mistakes, owning your failures, and working towards rebuilding trust every single day. And you will see, I guarantee you, a transformation.